What is going on, guys? It's your boy Russian back giving another video here today, and we are continuing with Road to Shotties 2.0, and today we're playing Mob of the Dead. And this is actually my second time doing this because I went full retard for some reason, and I got like 2-hit with Jug on Mob of the Dead, and I died. So I was like, fuck this shit, we're starting over. Like that, I don't usually do that, like, ever. I don't ever restart videos or anything like that. I did that with the Transit. You know, I just kind of kept going with it, but I said to myself, it's round 6 on Mob of the Dead. I've already fucked up like 4 times because I've been focusing on talking rather than actually playing the game. And yeah, I've just gone kind of full retard. I'm like super tired because I stayed up like all night watching Gurren Lagann, and like I watched the full season that they had on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure that's the entire series actually. And if you haven't watched Gurren Lagann, it's an anime about like drills. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's actually a really good series, and I'd highly recommend it to anybody if you have like a decent amount of time on your hands. Like they're like half an hour episodes, whatever, and there's like 25, 26 of them, whatever. No, there's actually 27. But very good show. There's not like any stupid fillers or anything like that like there is with, you know, usual animes. And it gets you into it, you know what I'm saying? It kind of invokes that sense of like, you know, you care about the characters. And I know it sounds kind of retarded, but you know, it really does. And let's see if the key is over here. Ooh, we got lucky, the key is over here. Alright, so we're going to do something. We're going to get a lot of points real quick, so like bear with me. But it's a really good series, and another one that I actually watched like the whole thing through that they had on Netflix was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I haven't actually watched the regular Full Metal Alchemist, but Brotherhood is I think it's a split-off series. I could be wrong, but if you know what alchemy is, it's basically the science of turning something into something else just by using, you know, whatever method as an alchemist you can use. It's like turning coal into like gold. You know, that's just the basic principles of alchemy. And like, I don't want to spoil anything. Like, I was gonna say spoilers, but then I was like, there's a lot of people that probably haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist yet, so I won't spoil it. Both of them are really good series, and they really get you into it. And like, I watched both of them in the last 3 days, so I've slept maybe a total of like 11, maybe 12 hours in the last 3 days because I've just been up all night like watching these. So yeah, if I sound really tired or I sound like a retard, my bad. But that's, you know, just I've been watching too much Full Metal Alchemist and too much Gurren Lagann. Like, actually it's weird. In this series, they pronounce it Logon, but everyone says Lagan. And I know it sounds really similar, but it's a little bit of a difference, and people actually yell at you. Like, big anime freaks will, like, scream at you if you get that shit wrong. Like, one of my friends, Kevin, in school, he's a really big anime nerd, and, like, you know, there's a reason that we call him a weeaboo. What the fuck is going on there? Yo, this motherfucker's body just went straight through the floor. Like, what is this? But, he's a really big anime nerd, and I don't ever call people nerds, like, because I am one. But he is an anime nerd. We call him a weeaboo. And if you don't know what a weeaboo is, it's basically someone that denounces their own ethnicity to become Japanese. And, like, he's not at that point. We just kind of tease him about it. But, like, he's really into anime, and he's watched, like, everything under the sun. And he's just a generally weird kid, but he's funny as hell. So, I haven't, like, before this, I hadn't watched it. So, I used to walk home with him. And, basically, we were just walking home, whatever. We were talking about anime. And I hadn't really watched much, you know, he used to teach me, you know, whatever. And he used to tell me about all these shows. And it kind of became that because when we were freshmen, we used to walk home and we used to like sit there and watch Ego Raptor, you know, like old school Ego Raptor and, you know, everything like that. So it kind of developed into, like we talked about anime and everything like that, and it just kind of turned into its own thing. But basically, he showed me the name of the series, he showed me the manga of it, and he sat there and he was like, have you looked at this before? I'm like, Gurren Lagann. And he just looks at me and he just starts screaming. He's like, it's pronounced Gurren Lagann, you fucking retard. And I'm like, whoa, chill. Motherfucker, it's just anime. And he sits there and he just has this look in his eyes like, he's gonna stab me in the neck with a knife. I'm like, seriously? You're getting that butthurt over me pronouncing this series wrong? Like, Jesus Christ. I wonder what happened if I badmouthed it. Like, he's, like I said, he's a really weird kid, but he's actually really, really funny. And he's actually, I think he's 2 years older than he should be in our grade. He turned, I think he's 18, almost 9. Yeah, he's 18, he's almost 19. And to put this into perspective, I think he was 18 when I was still 15. No, I might have just turned 16 when he turned 18. But I'm one of the younger people in my grade. But anyway, really, really good animes. I would really highly recommend them. Gurren Lagann and Full Metal Alchemist, either Brotherhood. There's a couple of them on Netflix, I know that. And this is where I watched all these. There's a couple of different versions of Full Metal Alchemist on Netflix, and I would really recommend watching all of them. But to understand some of them, like, you have to... there's this one movie that they made, I forget what it's called, but I think it's called The Sacred Star or something. And I watched that one too, but you really have to watch the series from the beginning to understand what the fuck's going on in the rest of it. And, like I said, though, really, really good series. But yeah, let's like move on. And sorry if you can hear my controller, but that's because if you actually follow me or anything like that on Twitter, or you subscribe to my second channel, I don't know why, then I'm gonna buy this just because I'm a fucking retard like that. But if you are subbed to my second channel, I don't know why I just went full derp. Basically, I made a video with my iPhone saying that, my controller was broken, and I always try to have a backup controller just in case this happens, because my controllers, like, don't really last very long, and I have a theory on that. It's not because, like, I hit them or anything, or it's not anything like that, and the grips always break really, really quickly. I think it's because of partially the way that I grip the controller, and I grip it, like, at the front of the stick. I don't go all the way over the stick. I kind of do it at the front, and that's really, really weird, supposedly, because everyone does it straight over the top on their sticks, and they press down onto the stick. I press forward onto it. It's really weird. And I think that I do that naturally because all 10 of my fingers are double jointed. Like, that's a really weird fact about me that most people don't know, is that all 10 of my fingers are actually double jointed. And they're not just double jointed. I feel less pain in my hands. Like, you could sit there and you could, like, punch me in the hand and, like, I won't feel anything. And, it's obviously to an extent. I'm not one of those, superhumans that, like, can do all this crazy stuff. But I do have less pain than most people in my hands. And I can actually bend my fingers backwards. Not like, it's not like I can, touch the back of my hand with, my middle finger or anything like that, but I can bend them back pretty far. And basically, like, me and my parents and the people that know, we just kind of nickname them rubber fingers. Because that's pretty much what they are, is just rubber fingers. Like, there's no resistance in them whatsoever when you actually try to move them. And I actually have to tense up for them to not move, and even then it's still hard because then the double joint kicks in. And I think that's because there's, like, extra cartilage or something like that. Really, really weird fingers, but I think that the reason that I break the controllers and, like, this is what it's building up to is because, I do grip it like that because since my fingers are weaker, technically, and they bend easily, by nature I hold things in a different way, and for some reason my body just decides, hey, we're going to make the muscles, like, in your palms and in your wrists, like, extremely strong. So, like, I have a super strong, like, grip if you actually like, not like, you know, handshake grip, but like if you try to open my hand, you wouldn't be able to do it. Like I've had, you know, people that are like 6'2", 6'3", and like, you know, 220, 230 pounds, you know, try to rip open my hand and they just can't, because for some reason it turns into like this weird vice grip. And that's because like it's all from my palms, and you wouldn't think that, but like by my palms I mean like it goes all the way from my palms up into basically like the knuckles of my hands, so to say. It's a really weird process, and I don't expect you to understand it, but I think that's why, like, you know, since I have that really strong grip, I naturally put more force onto the controller and onto the thumbsticks, so that's why I think I break them really quickly. Because like the actual rubber on the thumbsticks will break within maybe 3 to 4 months of me having it, and that's not even like, you know, using it all day every day. Like if I did that, that would maybe be a month or 2 months. And you know, it's like it's really it sucks because, you know, obviously I don't have control freaks or anything like that. I just don't, and I probably won't be able to get them for a while because this series takes all my money. I'm not even gonna lie. But so it's really weird. Like playing with a broken controller, you would think it's really bad, but it's not actually. Like it's annoying, yes, but it's not as bad as you would think it is, because I've kind of learned to deal with my controllers being broken, because I've played with them so much. Like I don't go out and, you know, like as soon as the grips break, go and get another controller. I play these things until they like stop working, and I've been through like 3 or 4 of these things, so I probably need, like, you know, obviously like control freaks or something. I probably break those pretty quick too, but yeah, I need something because I'm just going straight through controllers. And that's why I don't want to buy a Schtuf. Because I feel like I'd fucking break the thing like instantly just because of the way my hands are. And actually, like, I know this is gonna sound really weird, but if you know what the Afterglow controllers are, like they have, you know, light ups in the back or whatever, they're like 20-25 bucks. That's the ones that I use, and I actually tested this, believe it or not, and I used the same controller for a year. It was broken to shit, and like, you know, it hurt my fingers after a while because, like, you know, there wasn't any grip and it was just straight, you know, like the plastic from the actual thumbstick. And, you know, obviously if you're playing COD or Advanced Warfare and you're moving your fingers really quickly, it'll kind of rub them down and make them raw, or it'll cut them, whatever. So I pretty much used one of these controllers for a straight year, and the plastic actually moved on the controller. Like it molded towards my hand a little bit. It's really strange because I do grip the controller so tight. And I kind of play like, I would say I don't play like, you know, my life is on the line, because I don't think I'm gripping the controller very hard. But if you tried like pulling the thing out of my hand, you wouldn't be able to. I don't know. It's like, I know this is a really odd topic, and you're sitting here like, why the fuck do I give a shit? But like, it kind of, it's intriguing, because how many people do you know that they can bend their fingers backwards? Probably not very many. You know, I mean, I'm like one of the only, I think I'm the only person that I know that can do it. I think that one of my friends can, he's double jointed too. Like, you know, in most of his fingers, not all 10, like I am. But I'm the only person that I know that they can bend backwards. And, you know, it's not just like a little bit bent backwards, like they can bend pretty far. So, I don't know, pretty odd topic, but whatever. And, oh yeah, what was it? My parents actually got back from a vacation with my sister a couple days ago. And this is going to be one of those topics that's really fun to talk about, because I always used to go on vacations with, you know, obviously my parents and everything like that, because I'm 16. And this year they decided we're going to go to a bunch of historical places. And, like, we don't go on, you know, extravagant vacations and everything. We go to pretty local places. I've never actually been on a plane. Never been outside the United States. Never been on a cruise. Never been anywhere. But basically, like, you know, we do pretty small time vacations. And they decided, okay, we're going to go to a bunch of historical places this year, because we were actually supposed to go upstate New York to the secret caverns, which is, these underground caves, and they're pretty cool. We've actually been to one sort of like it in the same area. So, and it was just, upstate New York is gorgeous, by the way. If you get the chance, go there. It's really, really gorgeous. I'd absolutely recommend it. But so they decided, we couldn't go because my brother is for some reason still taking classes in college, and he really wanted to go. So they said, okay, we won't do that this year. We'll do it next year when he can actually go. Hold up. Hashtag road to Shotties. Oh God. By the way, ZQ Magics, if you're watching this, love you, bro. Because, like, basically, I'll explain this real quick, like, and then we'll get back to the vacation thing. But, yeah, I got on this account for the first time, like, I would say maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. Or not even, actually. It's maybe been, like, 8 days, something like that. It hasn't been that long. But I got on, and, I checked to see if I had any messages, and I was actually surprised. I had 2 friend requests and a message from Magic, and he said, love your videos. And I said, thanks, and I put a heart. So, obviously, I messaged him right before I started recording, whatever, and I guess he just got back to me right now, so yeah. But, so, like, with the vacation thing, like, my parents decided, okay, we're gonna go to a bunch of historical places, and I was like, I'm not really into that, because basically my entire life I've been kind of dragged around to these state parks because my sister's autistic, and one of the things she really likes to do is, she likes these sticker books for some reason. Like, you get these stamps or these stickers, whatever, at, like, state parks, and, I think only New Jersey does this, but, you get these at, like, state parks. Where the hell is this thing? Oh, it's back there. I was looking for the wrong piece. Duh. But, so, we went to these places, whatever, and I've always been kind of my sister's, like, bodyguard or whatever. I always kind of had to be the person that watched her for everything, and she's, like, 3 or 4 years older than me. Let me think. She's 4 years older than me. And so basically, like, I always had to get dragged around, everything like that, so I'm kind of tired of historical places after a while, so, I said, okay, I'm not going to go on this one. My mom was kind of annoyed, but, once she got there, she texted me, and she's like, yeah, you would have been bored to tears, and I'm like, exactly. But, so they came back a couple days later, and me and my brother, like, we don't really talk very much, because me and everyone else in my house, like, we're all 5 different people. Like, we're completely different people. And, like, more so than you would ever realize by looking at us. Like, none of us look anything like any of each other. And if we were just walking down the street, you would say, like, how are these people related, So, basically, like, when they're gone, they gave me and my brother each, like, $60 for 3 days worth of food. I know it sounds like a lot, but considering I can't drive and considering my brother can't really cook, like, that's pretty reasonable to, get food for basically 3 days, from pizza or whatever we wanted to do, Chinese. And I think by the second day, my money was gone because I literally bought every meal. And basically, like, the first night I bought Chinese, and then I bought pizza, like, later. And so that's, like, $40 right there. So, and then the next night, I decide, hey, let's do Domino's. And I go to my brother, and I'm like, you fine with that? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, oh, yeah, you pay for it. I'm like, the fuck, nigga? And I know people are going to be like, oh, you said nigga, ugh. It's not meant to be racist. It's just, like, I don't know. That's a whole different topic. But basically, I'm like, the fuck? So, he decides, hey, you pay for it, and, like, we'll get whatever you want the next night if mom and dad aren't back. And I'm like, okay, why not? So, the night passes by, and we go into the next day, and basically my parents get home at, like, 5 or 5:30, and we were about to, get something to eat, and I'm like, yo, Doug, which is, my brother's name, and I say to him, yo, how much money you got? He's like, oh yeah, less than $10. I'm like, what the fuck did you spend $60 on? And he's like, I don't know. Because I'm like, you didn't buy any food. I bought everything pretty much. How the fuck did you spend 60 bucks? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, you retard. You know, I was pretty annoyed because, like, you might think of it as, oh, you know, like, that's just brothers, you know, whatever. But, like, considering me and him don't talk very much to begin with or anything like that, you know, I was pretty pissed off, not gonna lie. And that's, like, straight first world problems, you know, to get pissed off about that. But, you know, so a couple days passed, whatever, and, someone just followed me on Twitter. I don't know why, just, like, phone lit up, it's right next to my mic, whatever. But, you know, a couple days go by, and someone I know is actually, you know, he went on vacation too, and, yeah, I'll say it, but basically, you know, he went on vacation. I'm not gonna bother to do that because I don't want to die right there. I don't know why, I feel like they upped the difficulty of Mob of the Dead, like, extremely in the last, like, couple months. Like, I feel like they just flipped some sort of switch, and what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't know why, but this map just got insanely difficult in the last couple months. Like, literally, go on Mob of the Dead. Tell me this map isn't harder. Tell me. Like, I would love to see people tell me this map is not any more difficult. Hi, Brutus. But this map is so much more difficult than it used to be, for, like, no reason either. It feels like one day they literally just flipped the fucking switch and just said, nope. You're not going to be able to do well on Mob of the Dead, asswipe. You know, it's like... Because literally, like... I'll tell you this one real quick. Like, basically, I get on one day, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to play Mob of the Dead. I'm just kind of in the mood for it. And then all of a sudden I get on, I die on, like, round 12. You know, and I had, like, 2 downs. And I'm like, why? You know, so I try it again the next day. Because I'm one of those people that, like, if I don't do well on a map right away, I'm just not going to do well on it the rest of the day. And what the fuck is this? Cancer. I'm actually getting very, very pissed off at this point. Because, like, why is this map so much harder now? Why? Why do you do this to me, Vondi? Like, actually, like, I'm not kidding. If you think that I'm just bullshitting or I'm just making excuses as to why I'm bad, no, go on it. Because I've actually had friends of mine go on to these maps. Or this map, I should say. I've had friends come and play this map, and they've told me, yeah, it's harder for some reason. Like, I'm so pissed off. Like, I got 2 downs on around fucking 9. But anyway, like, so someone I know, you know, he goes on vacation, whatever. He's from the UK. He comes to the United States, comes to Florida. And I'm not a very well-off person. Like, I'm not saying I'm poor. I'm not saying, you know, anything like that. But I have a pretty basic house, and, you know, like, I buy everything myself. Like, I have a pretty basic life. And I don't know why, but, like, my father's family, like, I don't know why I said father, but my dad's family, you know, is pretty, they're lower class, you know, like, they don't live in very nice places. Like, they're not poor, but they're lower class, and, you know, they're content with what they have. So, you know, I kind of get that from them, that I don't like living in big, you know, extravagant houses or anything like that. I kind of get that from them. But then on my mom's side of the family, they're all rich. Every single one of them. And I don't know why, but for some reason I've come to resent rich people. Like, rich as in, like, you throw your money around. I don't care if you have money, but if you're throwing it around, that bothers me. You know, beyond belief. And for some reason, you know, I've, you know, always been able to deal with, you know, the rich people, because obviously, you know, there's family, you know, that are rich, so I've always been able to deal with it. But like I said, when people throw the money around, I kind of get a little bit pissed off. And intentional or non-intentional, I'm not going to say who it is, but, like, I know you're going to be watching this, and you know who you are, but it bothers me beyond belief, and I know, like, I'm going to get shit for this later, when this actually goes up. But it bothers me beyond belief, and I know you're going to say, oh, well, you know, like, I didn't intend it for, you know, I didn't intend to be rich, like, I didn't ask for this. Yeah, but it's, like, just the way that it comes off, you're trying to show that you have money, and that really bothers me. Because this is, the same person that basically said, You know, this is the person that has an iPhone 6 Plus. This is the person that bought a Xbox One the first day it was ever out. This is the same person that was able to buy Advanced Warfare for 2 different consoles. This is the same person that has spent, like, I think 80 or 90 bucks on advanced supply drops. This is the same person that, you know, has done... He spends money, we'll say that. And basically, he bitched at me. And he basically called me poor because I won an Xbox One. And, you know, like, most people be like, yo, cool, you know, like, that's really, really cool that you got an Xbox One, whatever. He was like, yo, get Advanced Warfare so we can play. And I'm like, I don't have any money, you know, so, like, it's basically a paperweight right now. And he's like, the game's been out for fucking 10 months. Like, why can't you afford to pay for $60 for a 10-month-old game? And I'm like, seriously? You're gonna bitch at me because I don't have money? That's, like, kind of beyond my control. I can't get a job at this point because, yeah, I'm 16, but I really want to focus on, you know, doing well in school this year. And because the summer's almost over, so I don't want to go into a job and work there for like 3 weeks and then have to quit, you know? But that really bothered me more than you'll ever know. And I don't know if you guys are kind of in that same scenario, but I think everyone has one of those friends that kind of throws around money, whether they do it intentionally or not, but they just do it, you know? And like that, I don't know, does that bother you guys too? Because, like I said, the situation that I'm in, it really bothers me. And it's not just, you know, because of the family, but it's because in my house, like, you know, the roof leaks a little bit. You know, not like massively. I'm not saying like I'm poor or anything like that, so this isn't meant for sympathy. But like the roof leaks a little bit, you know, whatever. And there's holes in the kitchen floor, not gonna lie. And my mattress is probably older than I am. And you could say, oh, well, you just threw like, you know, $1,000 at a gaming setup. Yeah, well, that's like all the money that I had in the world. So, yeah, basically, and I just wanted to throw money at, you know, trying to get this YouTube thing to work because, yeah, more than you'll ever know, I really want this thing to work. But, you know, it really, that pissed me off, you know, more than you'll ever know. And, like I said, if you guys are, you know, if you understand what I'm talking about, you'll, like, get where I'm coming from on this. But if you're that rich kid, or you're that person that doesn't sympathize with people that don't have money, you won't get it, obviously. So, I don't know, that's just something that kind of popped into my head. And, yeah. And then, what was it? Oh, I had another thing. By the way, it's fucking hot in here again. But, yeah, I don't know why. I'm just a little pissed off. I'm kind of, you know, like, obviously I'm tired. You know, I got the 2 fucking downs. And, yeah. So, basically, like, you know, I have this, controller that doesn't work. You know, the thing is completely broken. You know, it doesn't even turn on anymore. It's the original controller that came with the 360 that I have, because this is actually my second 360, because for some reason, like, I was an absolute retard when I wanted to start, like, doing YouTube and everything, and I thought that you could have a 480 quality TV, and you could, at the same time, you know, for some reason, record HD videos. So I was a retard, but basically, I thought it was because my Xbox was too old that I couldn't actually record. And I had the white Xbox, I had the original one. But people like say that they had problems with theirs. Mine was fucking great. Mine never gave me any trouble, never made any noise. That thing stayed on for like a week and a half sometimes, you know, when I was a super nerd. And, you know, I love that thing to death. But I traded it in, I got a black one, which is the one that I have now. It's fucking AIDS. And I literally just flipped it off, like, as I did that. But this thing's fucking AIDS, by the way. Like, if I didn't get that clear by any of the other videos or what I just said, but so I got this one and I still couldn't do it, and then I realized, fuck, I need an HD TV, and I literally facepalmed. And I would facepalm right now, but I don't want to get my hands sweaty because, like, I'm actually sitting here sweating right now. But, you know, so I realized that, and I was like, wow, I am an absolute retard. But my white Xbox, you know, I had a bunch of stuff on it, and I completely forgot what I was saying before, but I'll just talk about the white Xbox, and I'll probably remember, like, in a couple of minutes. But this white Xbox, you know, I bought a external hard drive for it, and it was like 64 gigs or something like that. And I think it still has everything that, you know, it has, like, all the map packs for, like, Black Ops 1. It has all this stuff on it that, like, is completely irrelevant now. But, like, you know, it was, if I decided to sell the actual, like, hard drive with all the stuff on it, I probably could have gotten, like, $100. You know, from somebody. I mean, the hard drive itself was worth, like, $50. Plus, you know, all the other stuff they had on it. But, oh, yeah, I remember. But, yeah, this controller doesn't work anymore. And, you know, I was thinking to myself, hey, like, you know, I'm gonna hit 1,000 subs at some point. So I have this controller that doesn't work, and maybe I could just, like, throw it against a wall, you know, for, like, you know, obviously, like, just part of being 1,000 subs. I don't know why, I've wanted to throw this thing against a wall for a while. But yeah, like, I don't know if you guys would like to see me just, like, fucking completely shred this controller, because I used to pitch a little bit in, I didn't pitch in high school because, like, I didn't tell them that I could pitch. But I can throw pretty goddamn hard. So yeah, if you guys want to see that for part of the 1,000 subs, and, like, I still don't know what I'm gonna do for 1,000 subs, and that brings me into another thing. You guys, you know, really weren't big on the giveaway, and, you know, one thing that I wanted to ask was, if I decided to get sponsors for my channel, you know, like, for you guys, like, not for me, for you guys, would you, you know, like, support it, and would you, you know, would you guys, like, buy the products and everything like that? And I know it sounds kind of like, it's hard to explain this one. If I got sponsors, you know, like, and I got discount codes and I got stuff to give away, whatever, would you guys, you know, buy some of the product? And obviously it would have to be something that you guys like, but would you buy it and use my codes and everything like that? Or would it be something that, you know, I would do, but then nobody would ever use it, and then it would, you know, and then I'd kind of have to stop the sponsorship because I don't want to get embarrassed because nobody's using it. And if you guys do want, like, me to get sponsored by companies, and I know people think that, oh, you're sponsored, you're a sellout. Not really. Like, if you're a big YouTuber, you know, where, like, you have to do videos on it and you, like, always plug your shit, you know, that's sellout territory. But it would be one of those things where I'd be like, you know, every once in a while, hey, you know, like, if you want to buy whatever, use code Russian, whatever. It would be kind of one of those things, and, you know, obviously it'd be in the descriptions, whatever. And, you know, like, tell me if you guys want that, because I can probably get in contact with a few companies, and, yeah. And if you guys do want, you know, me to do sponsors or anything like that, what companies would it be? Like, don't say, like, fucking, you know, like, a PC company, or, like, you know, something obviously relatively, you know, like, that I could get. Actually, like, you know, now I was thinking about this earlier, like, I saw someone on Twitter, you know, just by random chance, and they had, like, I think 1,600 subs or something like that, and he gets barely more views than I do per video, but he's sponsored by Razer, which I thought was really weird. And, you know, because Razer's obviously, it's a huge company, and it's one of the top tier companies that you could ever get sponsored by in gaming. And I looked, there was nothing really extraordinary about his Twitter. There was nothing crazy about, you know, his YouTube channel. And it's not like, you know, he had, you know, a couple of videos that got like 1 million views or anything. It wasn't like that. It was just, you know, regular, just basic 1,600 subscriber channel. And I was looking at it like, wait, you know, did they sponsor smaller people? I was thinking about that, and then, you know, then I thought about it. I was like, wait, is he in a team? And then I looked, he's not in a team either. And I was like, damn, how do you get sponsored by Razer? Like, Jesus. And I was thinking to myself, hey, maybe I could, you know, like get sponsored by Razer. I don't know. It probably wouldn't happen. They'd probably deny me because, like, yeah. And I think, like, you know, Razer really wants to, like, work towards, you know, obviously PC players and everything like that. But I think it would be different if a Zombies player got sponsored by, you know, like a company, because I think that the reason that people didn't like, you know, Smith getting sponsored by G Fuel was because it was different. And, like, you know, Zombies players don't ever get sponsored or anything unless you're like Syndicate, but he's not really a Zombies player anymore. So I don't know. Like I said, would you guys be fine with that, or would you like call me a sellout and everything like that, or yeah? And like speaking of this, the only reason I've been thinking about it was because I got this personal message on YouTube, and it was a person coming forward to me. They said, "Hey, do you want to make some money by putting something in your description?" And pretty much word for word, what I said was, okay, if it's some fucking virus, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want people getting viruses, you know, and then coming and yelling at me. So, you know, I told them, like, if that's it, then, like, no. But, yeah, I'd be, like, a little bit interested. And basically they said, you know, I own, like, this zombies t-shirt store. And it's not, like, COD zombies, it's just regular zombies. And, you know, like, they sell t-shirts or whatever and everything like that. There's, like, you know, 10 different designs, I think. But, you know, they said, hey, if you obviously, like, you know, plug our link or whatever, then, you know, like, we'll give you a few bucks per every shirt sold that uses your code. And I'm like, I'm always a little bit skeptical of those companies, but, you know, like I said, this is all, everything I pretty much do is up to you guys. Because, you know, obviously, like, you know, I do the series and I do everything like that, but I don't want to do, you know, sponsors or anything like that, you know, you guys would get pissed off at me for. You know, because that's not what I'm about. Hold up, I'm just going to go into a party and see if I, like, ranked up or anything. Probably not, but, like, you know, this is just for reference. And, there's a reason I put it on invite only, okay. The reason I put it on invite only is because I don't want people joining, and then, obviously, it'll come through, I'm pretty sure. And I can't hear anyway because I do have my TV turned all the way down. But basically everything is decided by you guys. And I know I always like talk about you guys or ask you guys things, but that's because I want you guys to be involved in my channel. I don't want to be one of those guys where it's like, you know, it's my channel, I make every single decision, you guys are just going to kind of have to like it or don't. And I don't want to do that because I think that YouTube should be about the people that watch you. And that's really what it is, because without people watching your YouTube channel, you're legit nothing. And I really just, I want to do things for you guys, and I want to be that person. And I know it never really sounds like it, you know, just by my voice, but, you know, obviously because I'm so goddamn monotone, and god, the voice crack. But, you know, I do things for you guys. I always have, always will. And, oh, I thought I just got the go wheel twice. That would have been really weird. But, basically, like, it's hard to explain. I want this to work so bad that I'm basically, like, throwing everything I have at it, you know, so to say. And, you know, you could say, oh yeah, all you're doing is fucking, you know, doing YouTube videos, blah, blah, blah. Well, not really. Like, I put aside, like, you know, 2-3, you know, hours to do each one of these videos, depending on how long they are. And obviously I have to wait for it to render, I have to edit it a little bit. I don't usually edit these, but I have to edit it a little bit, you know, whatever. And then I have to upload it, and then that obviously takes a while because it's a big goddamn file. But, you know, that obviously takes a while. And then once it does get uploaded, I have to get it out to as many people as I can. Like, I try to, you know, obviously tell the people that I know that always watch my videos. I tweet it out on Twitter. And, I don't know why, but I find it kind of weird that all my Twitter followers are like trick shotters. Even though I'm not a trick shotter or, you know, sniper. But anyway, you know, it's like, I try to do that, and it takes a lot longer than you would really think it does. So, I don't know. And I also threw pretty much every single cent that I have in this world into a computer, a monitor, and a blue snowball. Like, pretty much, you know, to get like a pretty basic setup still. Like, the computer is obviously better than most people's, but it's a pretty basic setup. Like, you know, it's a TV and a monitor or whatever. Oh god, the voice crack, it was so bad there, Christ. But, you know, compared to other people, it's pretty basic. And I threw every cent that I have in this world at it, so I really hope you guys do appreciate that. And like I said, none of this is for sympathy. I like telling you guys the way that things are with me. You know, I don't like to sugarcoat shit, and I don't, you know, like to do that, because then it doesn't sound like I'm being real with you guys. And I really want to always keep it real with you guys. And I tell you what goes on. I tell you pretty much everything, you know. I don't really keep secrets. There is one or two things that, like, you know, a story that I will keep secret because they are too embarrassing. And, yeah, but basically other than that, I tell you guys everything. You know, I hope you guys really... Alright, my bad, sorry, my mom walked in my room, like, I literally told her, like, my mom actually knows, like, my channel and everything like that. She doesn't, like, watch my videos because she doesn't understand YouTube, really, but basically, like, you know, she knows, like, all the stuff that goes down, whatever. But, I told her, I'm gonna be recording, don't walk into my room. Walks into my room. It's like, come on, like, seriously, I told you this, like, less than an hour ago. You know, it's like, come on, seriously. Like, that probably annoys me, like, more than anything, is, like, not dying in a game, not anything like that, because, you know, I know I can rebound from that, but it's so annoying to have to find in a video, like, when you're rendering it out and you're cutting it and everything, where, you know, someone walks into my room, and then, you know, like, be able to cut that so it doesn't, like, look retarded or anything. And I completely lost my train of thought. Thanks, Mom. But, oh yeah, so, like, I throw pretty much everything at YouTube. And I really hope you guys do appreciate that. And, you know, I'm trying to get better every day. I finally learned how to actually edit. And you can see that in my last video. Like, I added music for the first time. I added a little bit of text or whatever. It's a start. But it's something, you know. And I've been trying to learn how to edit for years, and this is the first time I've really been able to at least semi-grasp it, I should say. So, I don't know, are you guys, alright, we'll do this in a couple minutes. We'll do it when I go to the bridge. I'm gonna ask you guys, you know, the question that I always ask. You know, like, in every video, to see if people are actually, like, watching all the way through and whatever. And like I always say, I do this to see if people are really watching all the way through, or if people stay for the first, like, 5, maybe 10 minutes and then they bail. I just do that because it's with a long series like this, where it's like, you know, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 episodes, whatever, how many it's gonna be. And the videos are an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes longer. Like, this is probably gonna be a lot longer, you know, for each. Then you want to see if people are actually watching it, you know, like, all the way through, because what would be the point of making this long of a video and then nobody watches all the way through? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, it's a good indicator if people are interested enough in the series to watch it. Because I know that, you know, I get more likes on average. Mom, why do you do this to me? But basically, like, you know, these get more views than my average video, and they get more likes and whatever than my average video. And obviously, you know, there's a lot more comments, everything like that. It's just, it generally does well on my channel. But I really want to see if people are watching the whole thing, or they're watching like 15 minutes, get bored, and then click off. I know this is a really kind of all over the place sort of one, but that's because I'm really tired. I wasn't able to think of anything. But I really wanted to get one of these out for you guys, and I really am trying to be entertaining at least. And, you know, I know that this one might not be the most entertaining one ever, but I'm damn well trying it. Even if I don't upload for 4 or 5 days, whatever, just know that I'm trying. because I'm not saying I'm the most busy guy in the world. I'm not saying, like, you know, I've got all this shit going down, like, you know, some people say, like, but I try, and that's really all that counts. And obviously, you know, like, the more that this does well, like, as a channel, the more time I will be able to put into it. But for right now, I really am trying pretty much as hard as I can. And where the fuck is the box? But I just want you guys to know that I really am trying as hard as I can for you guys. And why do people have to move around my house all the damn time? I mean, like, seriously. Can people, like, not stay still for, like, you know, 2 hours? Like, you know, and, you know, I'm not saying, like, sit exactly still. I mean, like, but people just do not know how to be quiet in this house. Like, people slam fucking doors. And they're not even mad, they just do it. And, you know, like, everything like that. And the stairs are really creaky, and, I don't know, it bothers me. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I've kind of run out of shit to talk about off the top of my head, but... And, you know, I've been talking about my channel for probably the last, like, 2 hours. Or, not 2 hours, because this isn't even 2 hours. Like, the last probably 20 minutes. Ooh, Blundergat, nice. But, I feel like this, honestly, like, this just popped in my head. The cauterizer is literally just, like, modern, or, like, futuristic version of the Blundergat, just with more ammo. Because if you think about it, like, 4-barreled shotgun, both wonder weapons, both look, Obviously, the Blundergat looks better than the cauterizer, but they still look pretty cool, like, both of them. So, I don't know. That just kind of popped in my head. And, I don't know, like, am I the only person that top 5s bother me? Like, I just hate that people do top 5s. Like, I can, you know, understand a few top 5s here and there or whatever. Like, if it's something interesting. But, like, I hate the people that are dragging out their top 5s to, like, you know, top 5... I think I talked about this in one of my other videos. But, you know, top 5, like, you know... let's see, planks or metal beams on the plane in Mob of the Dead, or like top 5 things you can do while falling off the plane in Mob of the Dead, top 5 achievements in Zombies. Like, I hate those really, really retarded ones that, like, you can tell that they were forced, and they just had no ideas and they had nothing original to come up with, so they just said, alright, we'll do this one. And honestly, this is probably the coolest looking camo. Like, I like the Origins one, but it doesn't go with every gun. This one just goes with the atmosphere. It goes with everything. And it just looks fucking badass, and it's like pulsing, you know? Like, look at that shit. It's just like pulsing. Oh, that reminds me. I actually saw this video last night, and I know that you guys are gonna be like, this is a really, really controversial topic in zombies right now. But it's about the Hades Easter egg on Transit. And if you don't know what it is, basically it's some weird Easter egg that we haven't found. But, like, you know, it teleports you and everything like that. And I don't really know too much about it myself. But I saw this weird video. Like, someone that I follow, liked this video about some guy doing the Hades Easter egg is real. Like, I've never heard of this before. Like, that's one of the very few things I've never heard of in zombies. So I decided, you know, why not? Give it, you know, a look. And it was uploaded for maybe like 10 minutes before I saw it. And it was really weird. Like, and it was really, really cryptic too. Like, some guys on Reddit gave some dude some binary code to decode it, and then they deleted all their accounts and, like, all their PlayStation accounts and everything like that. And they created one specifically for that. And they had some weird edited film in their file share that was, like, you know, perfectly cryptic. And basically, like, there was no Bowie knife in the cabin on Transit for some reason. And he spawned in right near the cabin, and he threw, like, a monkey into the fireplace, and he went out back, and some weird teleporter that isn't supposed to be there is there. So, I don't know. I found it really, really interesting. So, I tweeted it at Mr. Raffle Waffles. And I'm like, yo, fam, do you know anything about this? And he's like, no. I really haven't seen much on this in a long time. Like, you know, or I think he said he hasn't seen anything on it, but he said this one's actually really, really interesting. But it sounds kind of odd because, you know, they are being so cryptic about it. And I'm like, yeah. But he's like, you know, this is probably one of the few videos that I've actually watched the whole way through in a long time. And I'm like, yeah, because it was a damn good video, you know? And the thing actually, like, he made one before that, and the reason that this one was so cryptic and he got the whole binary code was because he actually made one, like, the day before, saying how it wasn't actually, like, real, like, this Easter egg wasn't real. And then all of a sudden these guys come out and they, like, give him all this shit. And he's, like, one of those guys, like, he did all the stupid Easter egg hunts and whatever, everything like that. He was one of those YouTubers. And, I don't know, the whole thing is really, really weird. What do you guys think about it? Because I might link it in the description, I might not. But basically look up, Hades Easter egg. It's really, really interesting. And, like, it makes you think, because the screenshots don't tell you anything. Like, it was, you know, one of the file share videos, and you know you can take screenshots or whatever, and, you know, like, through the moving video. It didn't actually, it didn't actually show anything. Like, it showed locations of jet gun pieces, but from what we can see, he wasn't carrying the jet gun, and he didn't have, like, he didn't have, like, a turbine or any of the traps or anything like that. He didn't have any of those with him. All he had was the Hades, some monkeys, and 3 perks, which was really weird. And you can tell this was near the end of the steps. But when he took the teleporter from the cabin, it teleported him into the cornfields, right near one of the towers for the Maxis and Richtofen Easter egg, and there was a max ammo under it for some reason. He picks it up, and then he just kind of walks away, and the video ends. So that was really, really strange. And my theory is, Vonderhaar a while back said that there was Easter eggs in the game that we haven't either discovered, or they don't make any sense, or they can't be completed until Black Ops 3 comes out. And I think that might be one of them. And it's in the code. It's just no one bothered to look for it because they thought it was just a regular piece of code. Because usually, like, you know, when people detect things, like, you know, they look for all this crazy shit. They look for different things in the code. Like, they look for something completely out of the ordinary. But this one was, you know, it didn't look like, you know, out of the ordinary, supposedly, from, like, what the code said. And I was really, really confused, and I'm still pretty stumped on it. But, like, you know, the guy said this will all make sense. Like, he sent the binary code, and then he sent some word, I can't remember what it was, but then it was like 116, not 115, 116. And then like 14, 16, 19, and then dare, like D-E-R, like Duris, or, well, it's actually pronounced dare, but everybody says dur. But, you know, it was really, really strange. And then, like, you know, what made it weirder was, you know, these guys, they created, like, full PSN accounts, and they hadn't played, like, any games on any of these, but they somehow had these things in their file share. It was, you know, they deleted all their Reddits, they deleted, they got rid of the PSN accounts. It was really strange. Like, this was, you know, it's, like, it's pretty mind-blowing, and a lot of people are thinking it's fake. I think it's real, but like I said, it's probably one of those things that we won't be able to, you know, understand what it is until BO3. Because maybe it has to tie in somewhere with some part of the storyline in Black Ops 3. So, I don't know. What do you guys think on this? Oh, and I forgot the question. Let's see. In your comments somewhere, don't make this a separate comment, because I get a couple of people that make, like, separate comments and whatever. Just include this in, like, whatever comment you're gonna do. And while you're down there, leave a like. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe, because I put out zombies-related videos. But yeah, do that. But yeah, put somewhere in your comment what your favorite map was. I'll just do favorite map, because that's, like, the first thing that popped in my head. Like, I usually don't come up with zombies-related questions, but, like, this one just kind of, yeah, popped in my head. And I think that Brutus was a little bit stronger than he used to be, because he can take a hit now. Like, he used to just, you know, you could just pop off his head and, you know, he'd be done. But now it actually takes some shots to kill him. And I kind of like that, and I kind of don't. Because he was always annoying to begin with. You know, just the fact that he kind of shows up whenever and, like, he can two-hit you and you're dead. But then the fact that they made him harder to kill, yeah. I know you guys are still going to be like, the game's not fucking harder, just shit at it. Well, like, deal with it. But, I mean, I also have another excuse. I haven't played Mob of the Dead in, I would say, like, 18 months. I don't play really very many maps anymore. Like, I play, like, I would say 3 maps. I play a little bit of town, and this is just on Black Ops 2. I play a lot of Black Ops 1. I've been really trying to get into World of War lately, like, trying to learn it and everything like that and get better at it, because I feel awful if I don't, but, like, as a player. But I really only play, like, Farm, Origins, and every once in a while, like, Nuketown. Because I don't like Buried, really, because I find that that map gets really, really boring and very, very long and very, very quick. Like, round 40 will take you, like, 6 minutes. And I'm like, why? And this is like running Resonator. Because obviously the Paralyzer is fucking nothing anymore. But, you know, I find that it's just it's a long game. Same thing with Mob of the Dead. Like, they take fucking forever. Sorry the people who keep slamming goddamn doors around here. But, why the fuck do people slam doors? That pisses me off. Like, honestly, like, if anyone out there is a YouTuber, like, am I the only one that it pisses me off when, like, I'm in the middle of recording something and then all of a sudden someone just slams a door for no reason? Like, I can't be the only one. And that used to bother me when I'm streaming, like, you know, because it's always my sister or my mom. My dad doesn't slam doors, my brother doesn't. It's just my mom and my sister. And it's so annoying. Because, like, I'm sitting there and, like, you know, you guys could hear it. It's not like one of those things where, you know, it'll barely pick up on the mic because it's so loud when they do it. And why do these rounds seem so long right now? It's only 24, Jesus Christ. But, you know, I really only play a few maps because I don't like the other ones. And, like, on Black Ops 1, I play a lot of Ascension. I just like playing Ascension, you know, casually, whatever. I don't play Moon very much anymore. I used to love the shit out of Moon. Like, Moon used to be the, like, 115% bay. But it's kind of, unless you have people to play with and unless you do the Easter egg, it ain't really fun. Because that's what I used to do on it, is I used to just sit there and I just used to do the Easter egg. That is literally it. And I'm actually going to take a lot of downs this game. Because, you know, obviously, if I have all the 3 afterlife things, is my sister going to slam another door? No, she went downstairs, okay. I was about to say, but, you know, I don't really play Moon. Like, I love the fuck out of Moon, like I said, but you need people to play with. And, I was watching some guy a couple weeks ago, and he was on, like, round 170 something on, Moon, and he was, like, training in Spawn, and I'm like, really? I can never fucking do that. Spawn always annoyed the shit out of me, and he was doing it without gravity. Or no, he might have been doing it with gravity, I forget. But, you know, I was like, how the fuck do you do that? And, you know, my biggest problem was always the fucking excavators. Because those things were annoying. And, you know, because you'd go there and no matter what you did, you'd somehow die. Or you'd be too late, or you wouldn't hear it, or whatever. Those things always annoyed me on solo. Co-op, they're not bad, because you can have people come with you and they can guard you and whatever. But solo, most annoying thing NA. Like, in before excavator crushes everything. And, like, there's certain setups for it. There's, like, you have to have these certain guns. You have to run in these certain paths. Once you hit insta-kill rounds, you have to go to this certain area because it's, like, 2 minutes faster than the other strategy. It's like, come on, people. Like, really? Are we getting that nitpicky about our zombies? Like, come on, yo. I don't know. I think what I might do is, like, let's see. Alright, I think if we get to round 40, then I'll keep playing. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do, because, like, that's the situation that I got into with Origins was, I don't want to drag it out to where it's a really boring video. but I don't want to keep, like, I want to keep playing, you know what I mean? But I don't want to make it really, really boring by just being repetitive or just saying stupid shit, basically. So I don't know. But, oh yeah, I don't think I've actually talked about this. 115, like the film 115. And I think it's a pretty cool idea, like, to be honest. And, I'm really glad somebody finally did it. But I've never heard of the JFK Gamer. I've never heard of him. Like, I'll be straight honest. And it's probably because I don't watch very many zombies videos, but I've never heard of him. Like, he's, no... I don't want to call him a no-name because he's got 200-something thousand subs, like, I actually looked. But I've never heard of him. Like, nobody talks about him. And, like, like I said, no disrespect, I don't know. Maybe he does other stuff other than zombies, but, like he does zombies every once in a while. I don't know. But I think that they're bringing in a really, really good cast of people. But they're, like, going way too far with this. Like, they got people to play fucking Brutus. Like, they actually got Laggin 24X to play Brutus. Like, really? Like, this storyline is canon. And if you don't know what canon means, it means it's not in the same timeline and people just kind of discard it. But this stuff is like, this map is canon. Like, why are they including that? And especially, why Brutus? Like, how would he fit in? You know what I'm saying? But I really think it's a good idea, I'm glad somebody's finally doing it. And, it had to be done at some point. Someone was going to do it. But I'm kind of disappointed that they aren't including, like, some of the smaller YouTubers, or they're not including guys like The Relaxing End or Master, Steve, any of the world record players. They're only bringing in, like, the personalities, not the people that were actually important to zombies when it was rising. I think, like, I don't know, I think that they should do some sort of tribute to Yodi, like bring in his kids or something, because, I get it, it's supposed to be a movie, it's supposed to be entertaining. And this is my problem with a lot of things, but I think that the zombies scene and the zombies history needs to be represented well. And personally, unless, like, they bring in world record players, they bring in, like, Syndicate. Like, obviously they're probably not going to be able to get Syndicate because, like, that would just, it's almost impossible. But, like, if they don't bring in, some of the old school players or, old personalities, people that helped the community grow as a whole, like, years ago, like, then it kind of defeats the purpose, because it's supposed to be a documentary or a movie with the biggest names in zombies, doing zombies related things, like, just telling the story of zombies. And personally, like, a lot of what I say is personal, like, this is my feeling on it. They need to bring in, some other people that aren't just, like, top 5 people or, like, news people. Because, like, that, it just seems retarded. It's like, you're not representing the history of zombies doing a fucking top 5. You know what I'm saying? All you're doing is just saying, oh yeah, this gun is good. It's my, like, it's like my 3rd favorite gun ever. It's like, that's not the history of zombies. How about, like, the old school players, like Yodi, who were, like, and I know he's dead, but, they should have someone come in to play him, or, make some sort of, just reference him in some way. And they really, really need that. Like, this is just me. I think, like I said, great idea, no hate towards it. I think it's going to do really, really well, but they really need to, like, bring in more people. And the whole cast hasn't been announced yet, but I'd really like to see as some of the final cast, and they're probably, the cast is probably final and everything like that, but, whatever. And there's not really much I can do about it because I'm such a small channel and they don't give enough of a fuck. Like, they would say, like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Like, get the fuck out. You ain't even important. But, it's people that think like me that make the zombies community go around, And, crap. Hi, Brutus. Brutus, give me max ammo. I need max ammo. Like, I feel like I'm the only person ever that would be like, hey, I need ammo, I'm Mob of the Dead. Because, like, no one ever fucking runs trains on Mob of the Dead and uses guns. Like, since when is this a thing? Okay, yeah, well, I am out of ammo. Alright. Honestly, like, Mob of the Dead is... It's an easy map, but, like, it's so annoying. Like, it's relatively easy, like, you know, to get to 200, you know, compared to a lot of other maps, but, you know, I don't think this is an easy map. You know, personally. I can't do this map, you know, for, like, 100 or 200 plus. I just can't. For some reason, this map does not fucking click in my head. Like, I'm good at the maps that people are fucking trash at. Like, I'll be honest. Or the maps that are irrelevant. You know, because, like, no one ever figured out how to play them, you know, because they just didn't like them. And, like, I feel like there's more zombies than there used to be. I don't know. Something about this, like, map just, as a whole, feels different. Alright, so, and I know that I talked about this earlier, that I hate when people do this, but what I'll probably do is, like, on round 35, I'll just run around, like, you know, wherever, and, if I die, then I will basically just, I won't revive myself, you know, and I'll just take, the downs, but, because I don't want to end the game just because I feel like that would be the pussy way out, but I hope that you guys understand why I want to do that, because I don't want to bore you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, it's Road to Shotties, I'm supposed to try to get high rounds and everything like that, but I don't want to bore the shit out of you guys at the same time. Because, like I said, I'm kind of running out of shit to talk about right now because I'm so fucking tired. And, you know, I just didn't really think of this ahead. I was just like, hey, let's do Road to Shotties, you know, bought the code, you know, popped it in, got on the account, and then I was like, shit, I don't know what I want to talk about. Yeah, whatever, we'll just kind of wing it. And, like, well, and I'll hope that I'll figure out something on the fly to talk about. But, you know, because, like, I'm not one of those people where, like, I script everything. I hate when people do that. Like, putting a script to a YouTube video seems just pointless to me. Because then that takes away, like, the amateur feel of a YouTube video. Like, and that's what YouTube is supposed to be to me, is, like, amateurs, you know, sitting there making videos trying to be entertaining. Like, because that's what YouTube back in the day was. It was just, like, old school cat videos that people caught with, like, their big-ass camcorders and shit. And now it's, like, you know, professional productions, like, you know, Freddie Wong and Rocket Jump and everything like that. You know, it's like, come on, people. Can we just have that, like, old school YouTube back? Alright, where the fuck is this, like, last couple of zombies? Wow, that dude ate bullets. And Jesus Christ, it's fucking hot. Like, I've literally taken off my shirt and had to, like, wipe off the sweat, like, at least 7 or 8 times in this video. Because otherwise it's just flowing into my mouth. Like, what the fuck is this? Where is the zombie? Like, am I actually gonna have to, like, kill myself? Okay, no. Wait, one's right there. Yo, he ate bullets. Okay, there it is. Like, seriously, like, sometimes these zombies on this map, like, spawn all the way on the other side of the actual map. Like, these dudes will spawn, like, you know, up near the roof. And I'll be like, why? Or they'll spawn in, like, the warden's room. And, you know, then they'll just, like, walk, like, really, really slowly all the way over to me. But, what was I gonna say, though? I feel like this is, you know, a decent time to, like, and I know it sounds like I'm a money whore, but I'm not. But basically, like, you know, I am, anyone that's, like, new around here, I do sell legitimate shotgun accounts. I didn't get them by modding. I didn't get them by doing any other bullshit. And by the way, that's another video that I will have to make. I do not mod. Okay? I don't mod. People always, like, I literally get comments, like, every day or two, saying, hey, can you mod for me? Or, like, can you give me mod menu? Or something like that. And it used to be more. Like, I don't get as many as I used to. But it still bothers me. Because it's like, Really? Really? You're gonna actually go to, like, in the first place, like, why would you go to a modder and ask for free shit in the first place? And then second of all, like, why would I give it to you? Third of all, I don't mod. Like, I'm literally not a modder. And the reason that people think that, and, like, you'll see these comments, is because if you go onto the Black Ops 2 kills leaderboards on, yeah, just all time, you know, like, most kills on Black Ops 2 Zombies, you'll actually see a name called Read My Bio. There's a bunch of them now because people decided to copy me, but this was the original one. I had a friend a long time ago, and I think I might have told this story. He's the friend that went to jail for, you know, the stuff with kids, so to say, but basically, like, you know, he was a modder, and he actually asked me when I first started on my YouTube channel, hey, do you want me to put your name at the top of the leaderboards? It'll get you a couple of subs. So I'm like, okay, why not? And sure enough, he did it. And for some reason, when they tried clearing the leaderboards, like, they used to clear the leaderboards of all the modded names and everything like that. But for some reason, when they tried doing it for this name, it glitched into the system. It's part of the actual leaderboards now. They can't actually take it off, and that's actually proven because it's been up there for over a year, and they've wiped out tons of other names. Like, it's lasted through, like, at least 10 different name wipes. Like, they would go through, they would wipe every modded name, that would be, like, the only one there left, and then people would start doing it again. So, you know, it was like, it's on the leaderboards forever, and I guess people see that, and if you still search up the, this channel used to be named Forever Immortal, and, like, that's, you know, why my username is Forever Immortal 2014. But it used to be named Forever Immortal, and that's the name that's on there. And if you search up that name, like, this channel actually still comes up, and I guess people assume, you know, that's what it is. And the fact that, my friend is a modder, like, this is another friend. I have a bunch of friends that mod, but I don't. But basically, you know, like, I'm in his sub box, and he has a really, really successful video, like, I think it has, like, 120-something thousand views. It was, like, a Black Ops 2 mod menu, tutorial, or showcase, whatever. And, since I'm in his sub box, I guess people assume I'm a modder, because pretty much everyone else in there is. But I'm, like, the one person that isn't. So, I don't know, I'm kind of caught in a weird scenario, but I'm literally just gonna, like, make this probably later tonight and put it up tomorrow, because I'm gonna post this tonight. It'll probably be pretty late, actually. But, so basically, like, you know, I'm gonna have to make that video, and I'm just gonna, like, if anybody ever asks me if I mod again, I'm gonna be like, I made a video saying I do not mod. But yeah, I know a lot about it, but like I said, I don't. Okay, and where the hell are these zombies now? Alright, what do we have? 1,400 kills. And that's not, like, the downs are still bothering me. Like, the original downs that I took are actually still bothering me. But it's like, whatever. You know, there's not much I can really do about it now. But, oh yeah, by the way, and this controller isn't actually perfect. I talked about the other controller earlier, I think. But, this controller isn't perfect either. Like, the buttons are really, really delayed on, and sometimes they just don't work. Like, if I try jumping, like, half the time it won't work. I have to, like, really, really push it in. So, it's pretty annoying. And it squeaks like a motherfucker. This isn't, like, the ideal controller I'd be using. But it's the only one I pretty much have at this point. Because, like, I've just, you know, gone through so many of them the way that my hands work. And, like, I feel like I'm gonna have to get, like, a metal fucking controller one of these days. Just, like, straight, you know, stainless steel controller so that, like, it won't break with, like, you know, super thick rubber thumbsticks or, like, some weird sort of rubber coating that, like, industrial fucking rubber coating. Why didn't I grab a shield? I find that kind of weird in this game, though. Like, you can't grab equipment if you're not looking straight at it. That's what I love about BO1. Alright. And yes, I know, I didn't get the tomahawk. People say to me, probably, oh, you didn't get the tomahawk. Oh, because I don't want to. Whatever the hell it is, tomahawk. Are you gonna, like, die? Die? Seriously, are you gonna... Okay, there we go. I thought he was gonna, like, stand there for another, like, 10 seconds. Because that happens to me sometimes. Like, oh, I get the straight, like, stupidest bullshit ever. Like, I literally died, I think it was a couple days ago on, like, round... You know, obviously it was World at War, so, like, this isn't impressive at all. But, you know, I was never very good at Shi no Numa because I never played it. And, you know, I've been trying to get better at it, and I was on, like, 90-something. I think it was, like, 93 or 94. And I grab a nuke, and 2 zombies pin me in a corner after I grabbed the nuke. Like, this is after, like, 5-6 seconds after. And somehow they just, like, keep hitting me, and I died. 5-6 seconds after a nuke, I died to 2 zombies on round, like, 94. And, like, I didn't also have speed coal on my Wonderwaff, and I had to reload, so that's why I died. For anyone saying, oh, why didn't you shoot the Wonderwaff? But it was the most retarded thing ever. I literally almost, like, threw my controller against the wall. And, real quick, I do have to thank you guys for the support on the last couple of videos, actually. Because I made one video, I think it's at 72 views. Yeah, I'm actually looking at it because Elgato is kind of... It's not full screened right now, and my YouTube channel is in the background of it. But basically, like, you know, the one video is at 72 views. The Origins round 63, no jug, is at 100 actually, like, as I'm looking at it. And the world record for Descent, I always try to get first day world records because they always do well, and I just like being able to brag about it. But, you know, I really would like to thank you guys for the support on all those videos, and obviously none of this would be possible without you guys, and I know I kiss your asses way too much, you know, just in videos in general, but it's because, you know, I know, like, we're not huge yet and anything like that, and this is, like, you know, but to think that, you know, I've had 950 people subscribe to me, like, you know, to my channel, for me just being an absolute fucking retard, you know, sitting here talking while playing some zombies, or, you know, doing some Exo Zombies world records or anything like that, that's truly amazing to me. And I'd really like to thank you guys for that, and I hope you guys do stick around, and I hope that I do create entertaining content for you guys, because that's what I strive to do, is I try to be entertaining for you guys. And not entertaining as in, like, top 5 kind of entertaining. I mean, like, I try to be entertaining to a different audience that I think has a want in this community. And, like, if you actually look up Road to Shotties, like, there's 2 people that have ever done it. You know, like, an actual full series where they actually talked and it wasn't, like, recorded by some kid using, like, his mom's HD camera that he just set up in front of the TV. And the only other one that was actually done properly was The Relaxing End, and he didn't really talk. And I can't blame him, you know, he doesn't talk in his videos, but I think this is something different that, you know, could be something that, you know, does well in the zombies community. And I really want to bring a new audience into the community, because this is like a solo podcast, basically. And I think I might have said that before. This is basically a solo podcast, you know what I'm saying? Or you see guys like, you know, Jev and, you know, Rain and all this shit. They just tell stories, but they do it in, like, Cutcom version, and they hit, like, trick shots. Well, not Jev, but, you know, they do the same thing as this, but this isn't edited, and this is on zombies, you know? Like, it's pretty much the same concept. It's just, like, non-Cutcom, and I'm playing zombies. Like, that's the only difference between these two. And I'm not doing face cam, but... So, you know, I really think this is, like, you know, a community that is untapped in the zombies community, and, you know, the only way that we are going to, you know, be balling out of control up in here is if you guys do share these videos, because obviously you guys have been, you know, really supporting this series, and all of these videos have done well and everything like that, but I don't want to, you know, let up on it. I want to, you know, like, implore you guys that if you do want to see more of this series, and you want to see it get more support, and you want to see me get more support and everything like that, share these videos, tell your friends, tell anything like that, anyone that plays zombies, any person in general, I don't care. Share this on Twitter, you know, like follow me on Twitter. I'll probably have that in the description because I really want to start growing my Twitter a little bit because Twitter is boring as fuck to me, and I look at it a lot. So, like, you know, I don't have like Twitter followers that are like active. So, but yeah, like if I can, you know, if we can turn this into something, then I think we could turn a corner in the zombies community. And I know that's like kind of, you know, bad to say that, you know, this could be something, but I really do have faith in the series because if you go and look back at the old ones, those are still getting views like every day. The new ones still getting views every day. You know, these are getting, you know, a lot of views, and you know, the only other video that really gets that many views is the couple of modded videos that I had, like, you know, the modded hijacked one and you know, whatever. And I don't think I actually did any other modded games, but I actually didn't record that one, and I got invited to that, so. But, and the how to get shotgun rank, which I don't know how that still gets views. It's like past 21,000 views, which is fucking insane. Like, I'll be honest, that is absolutely insane. But, you know, I really, if you guys want to, you know, show support, then I really need the comments. I need the likes out of you guys. I need the shares. I need the everything. And like, if you do like the video and, you know, I see it on Twitter and everything like that, I will retweet it, I will favorite it, and I will follow you, everything like that, because I really do think that that's something that, you know, you should do. You know, like if you're a YouTuber, is, you know, and you always see like all the snipers doing it and everything like that. And if I, yeah, alright, we about to end the game here. But like I said, you know, really do try to share this. And it's been your boy Russian. I know this was a really, really oddball episode, and yeah, I didn't take that last down for some reason, but whatever. So basically, you know, I'm sorry this was a little bit of an all over the place video. The next one will be a lot better, believe me, when I'm not so fucking tired. And I really do hope you guys are still enjoying the series. And if you are, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're new around here. And I will be putting out that other video, the I Do Not Mod video, probably later tonight. But like I said, it's been your boy Russian. Love you more than you'll ever know. Peace out.